Good morning and welcome to Kantipur TV. Today you're watching Kantipur Yoga and आजको episode में चाहिँ we will be doing the continuation of yesterday, which is do's and don'ts and how to do these general yoga asana practices and what to do if you cannot do these asanas, if you are not that flexible according to your own self. मैले चाहिँ भनेको हैन, तर if you feel like you are not that flexible, you will try these few tricks and manipulations to the asana so that you're able to practice these asanas. For example, if you have high blood pressure or high eye power and sensitivity in your eyes, or you have glaucoma or a nerve problem or severe blood pressure issues, sugar problem, diabetes, etc., etc., and your doctor has asked you not to do extreme sports, for example, paragliding karna is not allowed for you, bungee jumping is not allowed for you, deep sea diving is not allowed for you, swimming pool ma deep diving is not allowed to do, jumping and extracurricular activities that cause stress and extreme blood flow is not allowed for people who are suffering from high blood pressure, eye problems and a few neuro problems in their head. So what we can do for these asanas are, we can use a modification or we can use a variation. Now you can use a variation if you consider yourself not so flexible and if you think you have problems and diseases and illnesses or limitations to the variation also. You can practice a modification. Now a modification means you can practice using a block, you can practice using a yoga strap, you can use a towel, you can use a shawl or a dupatta, you can use a scarf, a rope. There are multiple ways to actually use and come into the asana. So I will start to show you how and what I mean. You will practice these asanas with me, or you will learn how to do these and then apply them to your asana practice when you're practicing in a yoga class or you're trying to practice asana on your own. Now coming in to the first asana that I would like to break down for you as a modification is our side bend and our toe touch. So what you can do is you can come into a comfortable seated position first, open up your legs into the front. So this is a nice comfortable position, there is no stress absolutely. I'm sitting on both my bums down, so not even one is up and down. Both my hips are down to the floor. What you will do now is you will extend your right leg out to the side. Now if you have hip ailments, the range of motion will be very less. That means this will be your range of motion. That means you cannot open your leg up to the side too much. Yeah, ekdam pain hune thalcha. So what you can do is you can stay wherever you're comfortable. Now that you're here, second thing, heels can be pushing away from you. So this is generally how we place our leg. Now actively you will take your dhyan into your leg, push your heel away from you, get your toes together, curl your toes in towards your shoulder or your chest. But you will be seated again, down on both your hips. Shoulders are nice and straight into the front. Ab moment tapale notice garनुहुन्छ कि my shoulder is tilting to the side, that also means मेरो hips पनि सँगै follow भयो हैन. So one great way as a beginner to stay aware of this is our eyes लाई चाहिँ एकदम focus गर्ने to one side. Now you will notice automatically when my neck moves, my eyes move, my neck moves, then my shoulder also follows. So you cannot just look to one side, it's very uncomfortable. When your eyes move to one side, automatically तपाईको chin पनि follow हुन्छ. So as using this information with your asana practice, again keep your eyes into the middle, so automatically chin is here, automatically you can bring your shoulders into the middle, hips will automatically follow your shoulders. Sit up straight, यहाँ पहिला comfortable हुने. Now when an instructor or when you're watching a yoga flow instructs you to try and touch your toes, what you're going to do is sit up straight, shoulders like say pathari lera jane, chhati comes out automatically. Gently take your right hand in up straight to the toes. अब हात खुट्टालाई चाहिँ प्यारल राख्ने. यहाँ चाहिँ मेरो ढाडलाई केही भइरा छैन, it's up straight. Now when I try to touch my toes, I'm going to come down sideways. Heels लाई follow गरेर चाहिँ I'm going to come down. So now you're going to hold this over here. Now you're going to touch here. But say what to not do. This is a great practice. This is good to go. But what to not do is this. Do you see this happening? My shoulders are doing nothing for me. My back is rounding. मेरो lower back ले चाहिँ केही पनि गरिरहेको छैन. मेरो hips and hamstrings मा केही stretch feel भइरहेको छैन. This is not an asana practice. Okay? What you're going to do is you're going to inhale actively up straight. Now this will be a great stretch. अब चाहिँ feel हुन थाल्छ. Hamstrings मा feel हुन्छ, glutes मा feel हुन्छ, calf muscles मा feel हुन्छ, shoulders मा पनि feel हुन्छ. Now this is your asana practice, doing it correctly. Now if you want to reach for your toes, what you're going to do is you're going to come up into the middle, into the front. Now your entire leg is facing your toes. What we did was sideways. Now what we do is frontways. Now that you're seated here, again, make sure both your bums are down on the floor, both your hips are down on the floor. यसरी चाहिँ बस्ने हैन. You're going to come up here. Now once you're comfortable over here, you're going to take both your hands up to the ceiling, nice and straight, up long. Exhale, reach down for your toes. Now you're able to reach in comfortably, without any pain. Exhale गर्दै आफूलाई तल तान्ने, forehead लाई तल छुने, and you will stay here. Gently to come back up. We will start to come back up. You can again sit over here. Now watch my back, okay? I'm going to tuck my pelvis inside and back up straight. Hold this here. अब तपाईको ढाड practice like this ढाड is doing great. तर if your hands cannot touch your toes, you can also take your palms and place them down to the front. I'm going to do a few deep breaths. When you're ready to move, you're going to switch and come up. Now the best example I can give you, किनकि मेरो पनि ligament tear छ. So the best example I can give you is on my left leg. So माथि आउने फेरि, तल बस्ने again. खुट्टालाई चाहिँ again to bring it in to the front. Sit up straight. Right leg is bent, left leg is out straight. अब चाहिँ के हुन्छ is मेरो suppose तपाईको पनि छ कि तपाईले कुनै मान्छेले चिन्नुहुन्छ and you see them straightening their knee even though they have a knee problem, you can correct them and you can let them know that if they have a knee problem or a knee ache or a muscle pull, ACL, MCL, knee dislocation, hamstring ma tear छ, calf muscle ma tear छ, ankles weak छ, यहाँ यो position मा चाहिँ हल्का strain पर्न सक्छ. So what you can do is can gently bend the knee थोरै. As long as your heel is pushing away from you and your toe is curling into your chest, this is great, you're doing good. Now what you're going to do is once you bend, then legs, this is a micro bend. Now you're going to inhale again, exhale and slowly come down, reaching in. Now without any strain, without any pain, without any stress, I'm still doing this asana, but this is a modified version of an asana. Now you can compare my other leg and you can compare this leg. It's still a yoga practice, still the same asana, still the same stretch, but I'm taking care of my body, I'm taking care of my joints, and I'm not forcing an asana that is not supposed to be done for me. So the ego मा चाहिँ आएर आफ्नो body like force गर्ने हैन. If you come into your ego and then you force your body to do an asana that your body is not ready for, then you will have injuries. And त्यो चाहिँ योगाले गरेर भएको हैन, त्यो चाहिँ तपाईको इगोले गरेर भएको हो. So you're going to avoid doing that completely. You're going to see what works for you the best and त्यो मात्रै practice गर्ने हो. Now knee bend गर्दा गर्दा नै if you want to slowly bring it up अझै, you can do that, that's fine. Again, मेरो heels are still pushing away, toes are curling in. अब यो आसनामा चाहिँ if you want to bring your chest down to your knees or head down to your shin and knee, what you're going to do is you're going to again grab your hands onto your feet or the arch or the toes, and now gently start to bring my chest down in. This is still the same asana practice. Now visualize this. I'm taking care of my body and doing this, but now when I come up and I do this, this is also the same. I am the same person, these are the same legs, but this side is more comfortable for me compared to that side. So त्यो चाहिँ ध्यान राख्ने हो. You're going to work with your body and you're going to practice these asanas accordingly. Moving into our forward folding, standing. This was our seated forward folding. Coming to our standard forward folding. So we will come up standing. We will move in to one side. Comfortably get our feet together. So the goal of your practice is going to be to bring your feet together inside. Now what you're going to do is halka khutala chai kholne, knees lai chai baira nalagne, bhitra matrai to the front and straight. Ab forward folding garda bela chai your hips will go pachadi and your shoulders will come agadi. So it's going to be this movement that is happening. Okay, so we will inhale over here. Exhale. This is your forward fold. अब यहाँबाट चाहिँ कहाँ जाने, यहाँबाट चाहिँ हाम्रो हातलाई चाहिँ तल छोड्ने, टाउकोलाई चाहिँ तल छोड्ने. Now if you have, again, like I mentioned, high BP, low BP problems, acid reflux problems, gastric problems, what you can do is you can just stay here. Now watch my back. My back is not doing this. My back is not here. My back is here. If you're comfortable, you can go down halka. I'd say exhaling more, coming down deep. Now this is one variation. If you want to use a block, you can use a block. You can place the block here and stay here. You can also come down here. You can take your hands behind. Deep stretch. You can stay here. If you're comfortable to do a full Hasta Padasana, that means a full forward fold, you can take your hands behind your calf muscles. Inhale in here first. Exhale. Slowly dipping down. Take your hands behind. And come back up. Gently back here again. If you want to play around, you can also fold your arms over here. Chill out. You can fold them up like that. And then drop the head down. This is your forward folding. Now whenever you're ready to release this asana, you will slowly come here. But now what to keep in mind is, if again your knees are a problem, hamstring and calf muscles ma pain that is not normal. So what you want to do is, you want to bend your knees. This is a locked legs. My chest is pushing into my thighs. What you will do is you will lean forward and you will bend your knees. This is still the forward fold. This is still my forward fold. This is also my forward fold. Okay, but this is a little bit more stressful for you if you're not flexible. This is easier for you. Jati practice garda gayo त्यति धेरै body खोल्दै जान्छ. So you don't have to worry about ला मैले गर्न सकिन भनेर चाहिँ. That should not be one thought in your mind. You can practice this, you can come down, you can relax. Now this asana is more intense over here. This is more relaxed. Now if you want to come here from your Anjani asana like we did in the last episode, what you will do is you'll bring your palms down to the sides of the body. Inhale and then step back. Now my hands are ahead of my legs. I will bring them up here and this is my Anjani asana again. Or if I want to step up in my downward dog, I will slowly put my palms down. Inhale over here. Exhale. Back up. Downward dog. Almost like a Surya Namaskar. Inhale, come back into high plank. Exhale, yantala ayo. Slowly inhale again. Exhale. Pull up. All the way up into my cobra. If you want to relax, you can come back up into your child's pose again. Bistare down into your child's pose. Relax. Now from the child's pose, you can come up into your tabletop. The cat and the cow is basically amazing and great for your backache, for your shoulders, for your entire body. It's a very relaxing stretch. Also, if you have bad posture throughout the day, you can practice this asana. But actively, ankles tall, so actively pushing the body down. Inhale, you're going to open up your chest and take your tailbone baira. So tailbone is the bum also. Bending backward. Exhale, back in. down, push the floor away. Inhale, back up. Exhale. Now, why do we do the breath and the body movement together? Because when you're exercising and you're trying to practice your exercise, what happens is when our chest expands, we inhale. So we allow the breath to come in, expand our chest. As you exhale, say, pushing movement garcham, so the body contracts. So you exhale, and exhale garda bela chai, it also helps us to exert force. So if you're trying to squat, you exhale. When you relax, you inhale. So all your asana practice matter, you can understand how to work your breath and breathing with the inhale and the exhale. So visualize garnu. If you are opening up your chest, you inhale. Now if I do this, I exhale. If I open up, I inhale. If I do this, I exhale. So the breath and the body works like that. So visualize garnu chai hamro chai ribs. This is our rib cage. It starts all the way from your collarbone down into here. Now ribs ma pani ke huncha, talako a few ribs are floating ribs. So that means it doesn't connect into the main rib cage. It is floating. So these ribs are a little bit flexible. If you also press and you see, these ribs can press. You will be able to press them. These are a little flexible. So when you inhale, there are two things that work with your breath. There is an organ called a diaphragm. There is an organ called lungs. So lungs and the diaphragm, they work when you breathe in and breathe out, they expand. Okay? So when you're expanding, this entire thing is going out 360 degrees. So agadi bada pani, side bada pani, pachadi bada pani, your lungs are breathing all the way out. And as you exhale, then they come back in and they exhale. So euta kura chai ke ekdam tricky cha bhane chai, it's when you are coming up and you're bending back. So bending backward ma chai yo halka tricky huna sakcha. For example, my Surya Namaskar. Surya Namaskar ma chai bending backwards ma chai breath kasari use गर्ने. You're going to inhale and come up. Tara, while this still opens up my chest, bending backwards still opens up my chest, I'm going to exhale. And the question is why? The question is because in this I am exerting stress on my lower back. So my back is bending backward. That means I am pushing and creating a little exertion on my back. So I'm going to exhale. When I inhale, I will come back in. So watch this again. Inhale, you come up. Exhale, you bend backward. Inhale, you come back in. Exhale, you bend forward. Again, inhale, you bend back. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, down. Inhale, back up. Exhale, here. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, back here. Again, inhale, hands up. Exhale, relax. So the breath works with your body. Jaha chai we need to exert pressure, tyaha chai we exhale. Jaha we need to relax, tyaha chai you inhale. Okay, so this is a beginner level how to breathe with your asanas. You can also use this breath work while you're working out at the gym. Every time you push, you exhale. Every time you bend or relax, you inhale. It's a great way to connect mind, body and breath. There's also a great way to keep all your organs healthy and happy while you still exercise. When you connect your breath again to the movement, this helps you keep everything in contact and everything very mindful. So now again, for example, you can do the cat and the cow seated to understand your breath work and practice. That means a seated cat and cow. Now suppose you're feeling bored and you don't want to practice on your tabletop, you come up into your seated position, anything comfortable. Palms like ghoda mathi cup garne. So you're going to cup them, hold them in. Inhale garda chai chest la bahira kholne, ढाड लाई arch गर्ने, पछाडी inhale गर्ने ya. Exhale. Come back in, collapse. Inhale. See, my chin is also going up. Exhale, come in. Inhale, back out. So now this also helps you connect mind, body and breath. Now how I've seen one thing the most in yoga classes is we don't know how to rotate our neck. So when I say rotate your neck, I don't mean this. This is not neck rotation. This is just wobbling your head. You know, gaadi ko bonnet mein there's this toy that keeps moving. That is exactly what your head is doing. You're not actually benefiting from this asana and stretch at all. So how do you correctly rotate your neck without causing shoulder problems and cervical problems? Is what you do is you inhale, you drop your head to the left side. So ठ्याक्क shoulder ko माथि चाहिँ हाम्रो ears will be. You exhale, you come down in. Now you rotate to the other side and back up. So now your ponytail is also a great guide to the rotation. Rotate garda bela chai watch my head and watch my ponytail. If I drop to the side, my hair is falling to the side. If I drop my chin to the chest, my hair is into the front all the way here. If I drop my head to the right side, all the way to the right. If I take it up to the ceiling, it's all the way behind. So that is how you rotate your neck. That is how you actually work these muscles. Neck rotation ko gareko chai euta only reason for the neck rotation is to loosen up these muscles over here. Now these muscles support the shoulders. So if the shoulders get tight, the neck gets tight. Neck gets tight, you have headaches. Neck gets tight, you have shoulder pain, you have bad posture, you get cranky. Sutna garo huncha, blood circulation pani cut off hundai jन्छ towards the head. So this can start getting very tight. So you want to make sure you're rotating your neck correctly so that you do not have cervical pain and spondylitis ache. So this will release any tension onto these muscles over here. Now I hope you learned a few things on this episode also, and if you compare the knowledge from the last episode and this episode, you will be able to form a nice beginner level flow and a nice beginner level asana practice, and you can incorporate the modifications from each episode and start your own practice anytime you like to really open up your mat and start moving your body and you want to practice yoga asanas. I hope you had a very nice, great practice today, and I will see you again tomorrow with another episode of a great asana breakdown, and we will practice that again tomorrow together. Have a nice day ahead. Thank you.